Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for being here today. We are from Group 1 are going to present about ethylene oxide. So first of all, we would like to express our salutations to our dedicated lecturer and fellow friends. Now, let us assist you to understand by going through the slides we have prepared earlier.
Assalamualaikum. We're going to present about ethylene oxide. So first is the properties. The chemical molecular is C2H4O. The physical state is gas and colorless. The melting point is negative 112.46 degrees Celsius. The boiling point is 10.5 degrees Celsius, which is it is very flammable, while the density is 1.824 kilogram per meter cube at 21.1 degrees Celsius, and the explosive properties is form explosive mixture with air and oxidizing agent.
Next, I would like to move on to the production of ethylene oxide. Ethylene oxide is produced by the oxidation of ethane, yielding carbon dioxide and water in side reaction. Oxidizing agent used is whether pure oxygen or air. These are the parameters required in order to ensure a successful reaction. Ethylene oxide need to be under particular concentrations, temperature, exposure time, and humidity, and within certain limitations, an increase in gas concentration and temperature may shorten the time necessary for achieving sterilization. Without hesitation, I would like to draw your attention to these visuals. These visuals will enlighten your understanding on how ethylene oxide is produced in the real industry. Air and ethylene gas is compressed before entering the fixed bed tubular reactor, or FBR in short. Okay, in the FBR, the feed is heated, vaporized, and superheated. The reaction in the FBR is highly exothermic, and heat release is used to generate steam. Okay, then, the effluent gases of the FBR, which are ethylene oxide gas, carbon dioxide gas, water, heat, slightly acetaldehyde, and formaldehyde, is then transported to the water absorber, which is the scrubber. Okay, so in the scrubber, water is used as a medium to absorb ethylene oxide, forming dilute aqueous solution. After that, the effluent of the scrubber, which are carbon dioxide, nitrogen gas, methane gas, and ethane gas, is passed through a desorber where aqueous ethylene oxide and the dissolved inerts are distilled under reduced pressure. The overhead product of desorber is then transported to the stripper where ethylene oxide is being obtained by removing carbon dioxide and inert gases. Ethylene oxide solution is finally transported to a refining still where pure ethylene oxide is obtained in gaseous form in the overhead product at 80%, and water is produced at bottom product stream at 20%. Moving on to the next slide. Okay, is reaction involving ethylene oxide exothermic? Indeed. Okay, that's why it employs fixed bed tubular reactors, as it can bear large amount of heat. And also not to forget, the small diameters of the tubes and the catalyst particles also affect the increase in temperature during the reaction. Let's now move to the next part, which is the catalysis. The production of ethylene oxide utilizes silver as the catalyst. Okay, so why silver? This is because silver is less reactive than other catalysts. Unlike chlorohydrin, silver has lower probability to undergo any transformation. Thus, it facilitates the process, and it is almost completely recovered after it is used, which also means no byproducts. Okay, so the next slide shows the equation on how the silver catalyst is used in the production of ethylene oxide in detail. Okay, so you can all have a look.
So next, I'm going to explain about the safety aspect in the operation site, storage, and also handling for workers. So first is oxygen mixing station. It is not actually a part of this reaction, but it helps to reduce the flammability when EO and oxygen mix. Next is fire protection system are also considered in the design processes. Next, by use non-sparkling ventilation system that control and avoidance of ignition sources, and last is gas monitor that will help to determine the ethylene oxide leakage in the operation system. So for the safety aspect in the storage is first by using cool, dry and well ventilate that will decrease the rate of ethylene oxide polymerization. Secondly is surrounded by a retaining wall or a seal that to provide a degree of protection to equipment from being heated, and temperature monitoring and alarm and also pressure monitoring alarm are used to monitor and alarm on the rate of rises of storage temperature or increases in the pressure. Lastly is safety in handling for workers. First, by wearing eye or face protection. Second, by using respiratory protection. And third, by wearing skin protection such as butyl rubber glove or suitable respiratory protective device or protective suit and boot.
Environment impact of ethylene oxide. So, from the production of ethylene oxide, there are certain environment impact that have been caused by the ethylene oxide plant. So the first one is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide as a byproduct during the manufacture of ethylene oxide. This carbon dioxide were removed by absorption in a hot carbonate solution and then stripped and vent to air with minor quantities of ethylene and methane. The next one is purge gas. Purge gas will come from the recycled gas. The function is to reduce the build-up of inert gases. By after the treatment of the inert gases, the purge gas will be vent to air. And next, there also a purge gas in oxygen-based process. So the purge gas in this process consists mainly of hydrocarbon, for example ethylene and methane, and also inert gases. This purge gas it will also undergo treatment. After the treatment, the remain gases are vent to atmosphere. The third one is non-condensable gases. Ethylene oxide containing non-condensable gases like argon, methane and also carbon dioxide that will be vent from various sources in the process. The last one is volatile organic compound. This compound comes from open cooling tower where ethylene oxide solution is stripped, cooled and rerolled to the absorber. These compounds were banned due to mechanical entrainment. Pollution control. So there are a few recommended emission prevention that we can use to avoid environment pollution. The first one is direct oxidation of ethylene by pure oxygen. So it will lower the ethylene consumption and also lower of gas production. The next one is installation of ethylene oxide and ethylene detector system. This system is for continuous monitoring of ambient air quality. The third one, we can also control ethylene oxide release by minimization of number
of flame connection, and also install metal strip around flanks with bent pipes sticking out of the insulation. The fourth one, we can also use the inert gas as a fuel gas, uh, but if their heating value is low, they should be route to a common flash system to treat ethylene oxide emission.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nora Shambalikis binti Sabri. I will share with you guys about the application of ethylene oxide in industry. Firstly, ethylene oxide can be used as cleaning and disinfection in dry food processing facilities because the capability of ethylene oxide in destroying most of viruses, bacteria and fungi, and it works effectively under dry condition. The objective of the aeration period is to remove ethylene oxide residue and byproducts such as ethylene glycol, which is formed out of ethylene oxide and ambient humidity. Fortunately, ethylene oxide does not cause changes to the physical and mechanical properties of the items treated, such as no degradation of plastic occurs. Another application of ethylene oxide is in cosmetic. Ethylene oxide is one of the common hidden ingredients in cosmetic out of 7 that have been listed by the Environmental Working Group. Ethylene oxide can be found in fragrance and often used to produce shampoo. A lot of manufacturers use cheap materials, so to make them less irritating to skin, ethylene oxide is added to create a chemical reaction called ethoxylation, and the finished product may contain traces of unreacted ethylene oxide. Ethylene oxide is used to sterilize a variety of healthcare products such as single-use medical devices. Ethylene oxide sterilization can efficiently penetrate surface of most medical devices, and its lower temperature make it an ideal process for a wide variety of material. Ethylene oxide sterilization consists of 4 primary variables: gas, concentration, humidity, temperature, and time. Ethylene oxide is an alkylating agent that disrupts cellular metabolism and reproductive processes of microorganisms. The application of ethylene oxide is in air conditioning, as the ethylene oxide is a chemical intermediate in the manufacture of ethylene glycol, and the ethylene glycol is commonly used in chilled water. Ethylene glycol is the fluid that transports heat through the use of a geothermal heat pump. The ethylene glycol either gains energy from the source, like lake, depending on whether the system is being used for heating or cooling. That's all from me. Thank you.